Hello and welcome back, everyone. Tone here with today's Dominion Daily. I'm going to bump up the level next time after this game. We've still been seeing new cards in Tier 4, but they're becoming fewer and further between. As I mentioned before, when we first jumped from like Tier 1 to Tier 2 or Tier 2 to Tier 3, our games were full of unknown cards. But as we go higher in the tiers here, the existing card pool that we're playing is significantly larger proportionally than the new cards, so we see less and less per game. So I think bumping from 4 to 5 here, even though we haven't seen a few Tier 4 cards still. Like I haven't seen Ravel, Rats, other stuff, and the ones I have seen, I haven't seen Investment. So a lot of the ones I have seen I'm not even that familiar with yet because we haven't seen them enough. I think throwing in another 40 cards or whatever this is going to be isn't going to be a huge deal here. I actually know a few of these from playing in games where I've played with all of them. But we'll leave that for next time, and we will jump right into another game here. By the way, if you all would like to support this channel and my other related projects, you can do so over at patreon.com/Tonehack. Feel free to go look at that. Okay, we have a few cards that we've only really learned for the first time recently, like Carpenter, Baron. Chapel is like my favorite trasher. Maybe not my absolute favorite, but it's a card that I really like to see. I have a hard time seeing myself not opening with this. We have a lot of base set cards in here, which is kind of interesting. We have Village, Laboratory. I mean, right there we have draw and actions. Armory lets us gain. Do I have any plus buys? From Baron, so maybe we do play into Baron here. Do I buy Baron Chapel? Screw it, let's try it. I don't know if this is good, but I'm gonna try it. I forgot about Carpenter again. This is actually really good here. I'm about to delete a lot of my cards, so I think I need silver? Maybe not. In that case, I was gonna grab an Armory, but I think Carpenter does look pretty good here because of the +1 action, and I will buy up a bunch of villages at the very least. And Keeper's pretty solid as well. Turn 2 Village is a little suspect. But I guess I didn't want... It would have been better to buy the Chapel first, I don't know. Let's see, we can... I don't think I want to trash my estates. So I think we play Baron, discard the estate, and then we have 6 to spend. I'll probably grab a Laboratory. Because I'm adding so many cards that I don't want to trash that my Chapel is losing effectiveness, so I think being able to draw more is going to make my Chapel better. Because like we just saw, Chapel and Baron collided there, and I didn't want to trash my estate, so Chapel is really only good for trashing 2 coppers there. Now here I can trash 3 coppers, which I will do. I'm going to keep the estates in here with the Baron. Maybe I only want 1 estate, though. Maybe that was a bit of a mistake. I think that's accurate. Actually, I can get more Barons, though. Okay. Let's see. Play Carpenter here. And I will gain... Do we want 2 Carpenters? Why not? We have 6 again. I think I grab a merchant ship this time. So we have some coin generation after I trash all my coppers. I think I trashed 3 coppers. Means I have 4 more in my deck. Do I want to trash these estates? I only have 1 Baron so far, but I might pick up more. I think I will just trash these 2 coppers. Keep the estates for Barons. It's probably not that good. I guess we're better off having like a gold than a Baron and an estate. I don't know. We're gonna roll with it here though. Yeah, I guess I'll grab some villages here this time. And I can play Baron and I'll buy something else for 5. Oh shoot, I thought I had... That was so dumb. Okay. I just whiffed this turn. I don't even know if I should have bought a cellar. That was so bad. I thought I had an estate. I was just shooting the Baron like +4. I possibly threw the game right there, but whatever. Oh boy. I make no excuses for that one. Might as well cellar all these. I think villages to play merchant ships looks like a good goal here. Actually, I don't want the barons. Merchant ship just seems better. Okay, maybe we'll start trashing this stuff. This was good early, but yeah, I don't know why. Merchant ship just looks like it'll generate so much money, and I have like 5 villages in my deck now. I was gonna grab innkeepers, but I want to keep the villages out of my opponent's hand. These feel pretty good. I have 3 actions here. I think I do want to do the estate thing here, and then why not? Maybe we'll get a lab or something. Okay, that works too. Get that out of my next hand. I'm gonna grab another merchant ship here. The barons are still really good for buys, so I think I do want 2 of those in my deck actually. I probably should have grabbed another one before letting this village pile run out. Now Carpenter lets you trash a card from your hand and gain a card costing up to 2 more than it. Because I can trash the estates I don't want. I'm gonna cellar everything here though, because I have a lot of actions. With all my villages over here, my next hand probably wasn't gonna look that great. Trash the estate. I do want another Baron for the plus buy, so let's go ahead and do that. I have 4 to spend. I don't want another Baron. I'm gonna grab an innkeeper this time. This actually might have been a board where the Carpenter Gold and a Province thing could have worked pretty well. Because I could easily have like 3 or 4 gold in my hand right now, or my deck. And those would also mean I'd have like a lot of other stuff in my deck potentially. Let's see. We're gonna go ahead and guard the estate, and I'll play the innkeeper to discard. How's this work? You draw before you discard. Those don't really make sense, I think. I'm just gonna take +1 card here. Okay, I think I have 1 estate left in my deck. I'm gonna carpenter this one into another innkeeper. We have 9 here and 2 buys. I think I need some labs. I'll take another innkeeper. I want a lot of labs and merchant ships now, I feel. Ooh, I'm jealous of their double lab pickup there. Labs are very good card draw for us. Let me do that, because I'm going to want to do that eventually. I'll cellar these. Take 3 cards and discard 3. So I think I have 2 estates in my deck and 2 barons, so I don't want to trash any more estates with carpenters. Unless I wanted to trash an estate and then turn a copper into an estate. But I think we play this merchant ship. We probably play this copper, so we hit 5. No, merchant ship will put us at 6, so that'll give us 7. Do I want to play the carpenter on anything? It would be on the copper. I can only keep 2 cards here, though, so I guess we're doing... This makes sense. I'll take another cellar, why not? I think that early carpenter I bought was... The second one probably wasn't great. Although... That did help us get a lot of villages, so maybe it was a good option to have. Now it's not looking that great. I'm really losing this laboratory split as well. I think I only have 2 of those in my deck. I think this is a draw 5, discard 6. So you basically want a new hand. Something like that. I want a silver. Yes, actually. Those are pretty good with Carpenter right now. This is another interesting thing about Carpenter is the silver you add at the start of the game to jumpstart getting some of these like 5-cost cards and stuff can turn into 5 more 5-cost cards later. Library is actually probably decent here in lieu of laboratories, come to think of it. Since I mostly have action cards, I can just choose to keep the ones that make my deck go. If I can't get a lab, I think I'll pick up a library. Ooh, is it double province time? Not yet. We have 2 piles out here as well, so that's something to keep an eye on. These innkeepers can go very fast. They grabbed a gold, so I think they're going to try to carpenter the gold into a province, which would make sense. Let's see, is it better to innkeeper and then discard sellers, or seller and discard innkeepers? Not sure that it matters that much. I guess +5 discard 6 is a little better return. No, it's not, because this is 1 for 1. The silver. Oh, I should have discarded a Baron. Looks like I'm doing well with both of them here, though. Go ahead and carpenter that silver into a merchant ship. I will take the library, actually. Play the merchant ship. I think it's time to start grabbing provinces. I think they're going to get a good edge on us. Or I grab 2 golds and we carpenter them into provinces. It's probably more effective in my deck, actually. Feels like a close game. I think my opponent has the advantage the last few turns. I do wonder... I threw away that turn pretty early. My turn 8, when I played a Baron to gain an estate. Okay, so they gained 2 provinces. Uh-oh. That was weird. The application lagged for a second. So what do I have here with Innkeeper? I can discard 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or we can do the 3/3 first, which is a little more efficient. Oh yes, we have the library too. So right now I have 3, 4, 5 cards in hand, so library isn't good yet. I think I Innkeeper. Take 3 and discard 3. Keep the bear in the estate and the library. So discard 2 of these. Guess it's these 2. How many labs have I played? 1, 2, 3. That might be basically all of them. Oh, there's one. That's probably all of my labs then. I think my discard pile is... We know exactly what's in here, I think. 2 coppers, a carpenter, an estate. Cellar, innkeeper, carpenter, estate. I'm gonna keep the merchant ship. Skip the chapel. Oh, it's gonna be whatever I'm discarding here as well. Keep the carpenter. These allow me to buy 2 provinces this turn. I think I need to like gain 2 provinces off the carpenters and then like buy duchies or something. Let's think this out. I'm down by 11 right now with 6 provinces available. I'm gonna assume my opponent's gonna gain 2 provinces, potentially 3 next turn, but they probably can't get 4. I think I want to gain 2 provinces max here and then try to gain victory points and duchies. And then win by getting 2 provinces on the last turn. It's either that or I grab 3 provinces this turn and hope my opponent can't grab 2 or get 3 more next turn. Wonder which one's more likely. Did they hit 16 without playing their gold 2 turns ago? They just have a ton of silvers actually, wow. Which isn't very reliable. I'm actually not sure what's best here. So put me at 12. 12, 15 will be 3 duchies. A carpenter a province. That makes my deck here really bad. Ooh, this pile might be really bad too. I wonder if I skip this just so I can draw through this pile more. I think we do. Because I think these cards are not going to be very good. Okay, that helps a lot. I'll grab 2 provinces here. Over 3 duchies. They grab 3 provinces, they win. I really don't know what was best there. In a casual ladder game like this, I don't know if I really want to sit here and think it out that hard. But it depends how often we think they can grab 3 provinces this turn, because if they get 2 provinces this turn, that puts them at 25, and I just need the last province to win. Yeah, so they got all... they only got 2, actually. So I just need this province to win. Actually puts us in a really good spot. So what we did worked. That doesn't mean it's was the best option. Okay, how do I get to 8 most reliably? We actually play merchant ship and then find an estate for Baron. I think I cellar all these. Where's the estate? Play Baron on the estate. That's 8, and actions, grab province, and GG. Close game. So I definitely made some mistakes in there. I'm still unsure of how... I think playing the Barons worked because I wanted the buys. Otherwise, I don't think getting more than one Baron was very good throughout most of the game. But it was really good for the plus buys on this kingdom in particular, because it's the only source of plus buys. Because otherwise, I think just grabbing a bunch of merchant ships, a bunch of labs, a bunch of villages generates like a lot of money for us. On top of having like the one Baron and stuff. Carpenters, I don't know if I played them completely correctly. No, I think getting 2 of these early was good because we ended up with a lot of villages. I had one more cellar than I think I wanted, and that's because I whiffed on that turn where I played the Baron when I had no estates. That turn was really hurt us, because a lot of Dominion in like the early is like building that momentum. And having like a bad turn early can really like anti-snowball? I don't know what the word is. But having a good turn really snowballs your game, I feel, and having a bad turn means you don't get that. So just giving up a potentially good turn that I could have had for nothing. And then I added the cellar, which I think they were good. The cellars were fine. Oh, I just realized I was saying that cellar was more efficient than this +5 cards and then discard 6. Which is true. But a few things to note is this lets you draw cards before discarding, which is the opposite of cellar, so you can discard the cards you draw. This also gives you 3 for 3 option, but there's no reason to discard an Innkeeper with this when you could draw... This is a cantrip as one of the options. You can just draw a card to replace this if you want. I think it's always better to just play this as a 1-for-1 Innkeeper, because if you draw a bad card with this, then you can play Cellar on it. So that was a mistake I was making there. I think Library was also very good once we got rid of all our coppers and such. And I probably overlooked this in my rush to try and get laboratories. Especially because Baron discards your estates and itself, which leaves you with an empty hand to fill up with library. And if you have mostly actions in your deck, then you can skip anything that doesn't like give you a good turn until you get, like, basically you want to fill your hands with like labs, so you can increase your hand past 7 after that, and then you can play your villages and your merchant ships and all that good stuff. So I think I overlooked library a bit that round as well. A lot of good lessons there. How good was the chapel open? It was a little awkward with Baron because we wanted to keep the estates. I think it was good overall though, because Carpenter isn't going to trash a lot of coppers for you. But yeah, I think I had an early turn where I didn't play Chapel. Yeah, so I drew my Chapel here. Yeah, so we had Chapel, Baron, Estate, and 2 coppers. So I could either Chapel, 2 coppers, Baron the Estate. I think the options here are really chapel, 2 coppers in the estate, trash those, or just play the Baron like we did, and we gained a lab off of that. I think that was fine, especially because I noted at the time the reason I grabbed the lab was so that we can get more cards for chapel to be more effective later. I think that works. But that was an awkward terminal collision where we had 2 terminal cards to play, but we can only choose one. And those situations always make chapel worse. Not bad. Let's see how we did on these splits. The game's not showing me the end game screen, so I want to see where our deck ended up at. Okay, I'm not going to worry about that. I guess we don't get to look at our final deck. I'm curious how many villages I had. I feel like I must have had like at least 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I played 6 this turn. And we shuffled in the middle of this. Twice. Oh no, that was at the end. So, well, yeah, twice. So, yeah, I had 6 villages and I think 4 labs. So, that all worked out good. Okay. Alright, we'll leave that here for now. That's enough retrospective discussion, but that was a good kingdom for learning a few things, I think. Yeah, I think we'll bump it up to tier 5 next time. Why not? Let's get some new cards in here, some new mechanics. Add some complexity to our games here. But I'm leaving that here for now, so thank you all so much for watching and hanging out, and I'll see you all for the next one.